Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. I've got a package from MoYu. Now, I've been on and off, school's coming to a close that I'm teaching, but this is something that I've got to make sure I take some time to go over. This is the WeiLong version 11. And we've got a few different versions here. So let's see if I can look at any of them to figure out. Just looking at this, these are definitely the magnets. 48, 48, those are your standard magnets. 64 for sure is just maglev. Let's see, would that make sense? We've got 16 more. That would be, wait, no. Yeah, 16 more, that'd be 2 on each side. Oh, that's not enough. But if it's 8 and 8, that would be a ball core. 64 would definitely be a ball core. And then 100, would those be repelling magnets as well, plus maglev? I would assume so, but let's find out. Okay, none of these are translated, but I think I'm just going to take it by the spacing. Smallest, larger, larger, largest, biggest. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, smaller box, which as much as I really like their box, yeah, it was getting a bit bulky. Matte plastic. Then we've got UV coated. UV coated. Definitely weight-wise, this feels a little heavier. Doesn't seem like a ton, but let's check. Let's make sure. Let's be real with all of this and not just be like, I don't know, they feel like cubes and let it be. We're better than that. Starting out, we've got 59.6 grams. That is some of the lightest puzzles, like near one of the lightest puzzles on the market. 60.6, 62.4, and all the way up to 66.9. So not a huge difference between them, and all on that lighter side. And let's measure this. Battery's running out a bit, but 55.5. So smaller than GAN, larger than others. Yeah, matte plastic. Matte is not too bad. It doesn't feel super slick, but definitely will. This one will break in nicely. This one will gloss up pretty fast, it feels like. Nothing super crazy about that. Do the magnets, they're all the same color? Yep, they're all that green. Okay, I just want to see turning wise. Ooh, that seems like a bigger snap. There's definitely a little bit more of a pull and push here. It's not auto-aligning, but this feels like there's a click and then kind of nothing until it clicks again. This one feels like I'm pushing out of something and then back in. So I'll have to check if that is that ball core. And then a little bit of that auto-align. As I said before, I don't think the auto-align is really much of anything, but I do feel a difference when I'm solving. I'm just going to check the tensioning. We have the same concept, but that different color core. Let me see, is that the same here? Nope. And lastly, no ball core here. A little bit loose of tensions. No ball core here. This seems a little different. I've got to take apart an old one and figure out. There is the ball core. Corner magnets, no edge magnets. And edge magnets here. Okay, well, I'll leave that out for just a second. This is the, I believe this is the V10, but it's the Bluetooth one. And similar piece shape. We have a little bit shorter base here before the stock begins. And then that very similar caps and 3-piece design. And then as far as edges, same idea with the caps and the 2-piece design. That looks the same, except there's little dimples here. I wonder if there's any purpose to that. or just has to do with how it's molded. I'm always curious what certain things actually do and what doesn't do much of anything. Okay, I think now it's just, let's just scramble these up and solve them. I'm going to keep them how they are. They're not... Okay. I'm not going to say anything for a second. I'm just going to scramble the rest of these up. Just overall tensioning right now, I'm not a big fan of. And I want a little more compression. But this is one of the smoothest turning puzzles without any lubrication. I had to stop and feel if there's lubrication. I don't think there's any, but it's like there's a coating on it that feels very slick. It's probably the nicest unlubricated puzzle I've ever tried. I'm going to move this just a little bit. I'll just look like it'll look real weird for a second. But I'll do these solves. Probably cut some of them a bit, but... Yeah, I definitely want to tighten it a little bit. Slow that down just slightly. This one suddenly feels looser. I'm going to figure out why that might be. Maybe that's maglev? I don't think it was. Not by the numbers of magnets. Yeah, this one feels looser too. Okay, why do these ones feel looser? This one's the only maglev. That's what the color change is. Are they different magnets? No, they seem... What is it about these that feel looser? Okay, well, they're all on the same number. This one's on 3. 3 and 3. This one is 3 and 3. 3 and 3. They're all the same. I really like the one that wasn't ball core. I'm going to do some tensioning, so I'm not taking too much time. Of just the UV coated one and the one that's UV coated with the 100 total magnets. Do we get a tool in here? Yeah, that thing. Let's do 5 and 5. To recap, there are no magnet adjustments. It's similar to the 10 as far as piece shape. A little bit different, but close enough where if you didn't have a keen eye, it would be difficult to see that. But it has like nylon internal. I believe that is just nylon and not undyed plastic. Undyed, whatever the standard plastic is. And that makes a big difference in the feeling of it. Tension's a bit tighter. Corner cutting is reduced. I do want to see that. That is actually what I was hoping for a little bit. While I put these back together, how's everyone doing? If you're on the northern hemisphere, hopefully you're getting ready for the summer. If you're already out of school, let me know what you're doing for the summer. If you're an adult who has a job year-round, that sucks. Although, I've got weddings to play, so I've got a job year-round. Again, no lubrication, but this really does feel like there's lubrication in here. And I'm practically 100% certain there's not. The ones that were ball core don't feel as smooth in an odd way. Nothing is scraping internally. The pieces are the same. But it was the same for this one that was also not maglev. It just had a slightly less smooth performance. I don't know why. Okay, looking under the camera again. It's still a little bit too fast. Definitely need to add lubrication just to slow it down. I kind of like the one that's not the ball core, and that's new for me. It just feels a little bit more, almost it feels more controllable. I don't understand why. It shouldn't. If you have a theory, let me know. But this is rare for me that I actually feel like I prefer the just standard one, I guess, over the ball core that has some auto aligning stuff and maglev. Well, either way, the MoYu ones, the WeiLong, the WRm, those have been my go-to for a while now. They have been the ones that I have been going to when I have a competition, when I just want to solve for fun, when I am doing fewest moves and we'll be doing like solve or scrambles for an hour straight. They're the ones to go to because I really like that feeling of it. This is then going to be my new go-to. I think the only thing that I miss is the corner magnet adjustment. So which one was that? I don't remember. Was it the Super? Was it the V9? Please, if you remember, let me know. If not, I'll just look it up and figure it out. But that's the only thing I really miss on this, because I miss adjusting the magnet strength in it. I feel like that would definitely be a good fix for it. It would make it a little bit heavier because you have that turning system. Wait, I just got a puzzle that had... that's Nutella. She doesn't like any delivery trucks. Don't know why. Sometimes they bring her things. The Super WeiLong. Yeah, Super WeiLong is like... that has that really nice corner adjustment system. So Super WeiLong corners with this would be, I think, my ideal one. I need to check if I can just swap them out. I'm not sure if I can. But with that said, good puzzle. Nice upgrade. If you want something that I think is lighter than the previous one, but has that nylon interior or that very nice smooth interior, this would be exactly what you're looking for. I don't know price. I don't know release date. I don't think it's out already. But thank you, Moyu, for sending this over. Leave your thoughts below. I know I asked a couple questions. Hit like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, keep following SpeedCube Review for more news and reviews.